There is a war happening in the Caribbean, but it's not being fought with bombs or soldiers. It's being fought with hashtags, headlines, and hypnotism. The battleground is your mind, and the prize is your silence. Recently, a statement by the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago sent shockwaves across the region. A warning, dressed as diplomacy. Caribbean countries, be careful how you speak about the United States, or suffer the same fate as Antigua and Dominica, whose visa privileges were recently revoked. Let us stop here. Let us name what this really is. This is not diplomacy. This is submission disguised as strategy. This is a regional leader asking us to self-censor to avoid punishment from a foreign power. And worse, instructing Caribbean citizens to turn a blind eye to injustice so we don't disrupt our visa comfort. Let us be honest with ourselves. When did fear become a foreign policy? When did we become so desperate for access to Babylon's gate that we forgot our own doorway to sovereignty? And why is it that every time the United States coughs, Caribbean leaders reach for a handkerchief? A manufactured firestorm. The fallout online was immediate. Social media lit up with arguments. Trinidad versus Antigua. Supporters of the Prime Minister praising his pragmatism. Antiguans defending their national dignity. Regional unity fracturing in real time over a warning not to upset America. But something deeper is happening beneath the surface, and we must say it out loud. This debate is being manipulated. Heavily, strategically, intentionally. You are not just arguing with fellow West Indians. You are arguing with foreign bots, state-sponsored algorithms, paid digital influencers, artificial opinion makers planted to stoke division, inflate certain narratives, and drown out voices calling for regional truth. You think you're defending your country's leader. But what you may actually be defending, without realizing it, is American foreign policy wrapped in Caribbean flesh. The real threat is not each other. The truth is not complicated. The United States has a long history of punishing small nations who resist, who speak up, or who chart independent courses, especially black and brown nations. It has used visa denials, trade restrictions, and financial blockades as weapons of compliance. So when one of our own Caribbean leaders starts echoing that playbook, warning us not to speak freely, not to criticize injustice, not to make America uncomfortable, we must ask ourselves, whose interests are being protected here? Because it surely isn't the interests of the Caribbean people. Our region is facing economic strangulation, youth disillusionment, climate threats, migration displacement, and rising debt. Not because we spoke too freely, but because we negotiated too softly. And now, in the digital age, the oppression has gone stealth. We are no longer being occupied by armies. We are being occupied by narratives. Caribbean people must rise above this trap. We must be vigilant, because in this moment, the greatest danger is not US retaliation. It is Caribbean betrayal. We will lose everything. Not when America acts against us, but when we begin to act against each other. When we mock Antigua for standing up. When we shame Dominica for being targeted. When we applaud silence as wisdom and condemn truth as recklessness. This is how colonialism survives. Not by brute force anymore, but by turning former colonies into enforcers of their own silence. So let us not be tricked by fake unity. Let us not defend submission as diplomacy. And let us not mistake fear for maturity. Our advice to every Caribbean citizen: 1. Think for yourself. Be wary of emotionally charged online debates that appear too convenient or one-sided. Not every voice is real. Not every narrative is Caribbean. 2. Defend each other. Today it's Antigua and Dominica. Tomorrow it could be St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, Grenada or Jamaica. If we don't stand for each other, we will fall, one by one. 3. Hold your leaders accountable. We must not tolerate any leader, regardless of party or flag, who prioritizes foreign comfort over Caribbean dignity. 4th, recognize the new war. It is not being fought with guns. It is being fought with influence. Your mind, your memory, and your silence are the targets. 5. Speak, even when afraid. Because the minute we stop speaking truth to power, whether that power is American, Caribbean, or digital, we surrender everything our ancestors fought to give us. Final word. The Caribbean is not a playground. We are not pawns in someone else's foreign policy. We are not children waiting for visa rewards in exchange for silence. We are nations. We are people. We are sovereign. And if our unity can be broken by a tweet, a visa restriction, or a warning from a prime minister afraid of Washington, then we were never truly free. But if we can rise, as a region, as a people, as a voice, then there is nothing America, or any empire, can do to stop us. Caribbean people, this is your moment. Do not waste it trying to win an argument with a bot. Win the real battle. For your voice, for your dignity, and for your future. Open Debates, SKN.